Very good evening to all our viewers. Once again, we welcome you to Media Plus Tête-à-tête. And this evening, we have with us a very young textile designer by the name of Ilamonbanrisa Thangkhiew. Well, welcome to the show, Ilamonbanrisa.
Thank you.
So I'll call you Ilamon in short, if you don't mind,
yes,
because you have a lengthy name, right?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to know something about yourself, your school life, and how you got to, that level where you had to pursue your studies as a textile designer.
Okay. So I completed my school in Meghalaya Police Public School, and then I did my 11-12 from Pine Mount. And after that, I was a little confused, so I did 1 year of chemistry in St. Edmunds. And during that time, I also did my entrance in JEE for architecture and engineering, and I got through architecture through state quota in one of the universities in Maharashtra, which is D.Y. Patel from state quota. But then I didn't feel the connection with architecture, so I didn't go for it. So I continued with chemistry in St. Edmunds for that 1 year. And after that, I got to know from one of my family friends that there's something called NID, National Institute of Design. So I just applied for fun. Like, I didn't know what it is also. I didn't know what was design also. So I just applied, just fill up the forms. And during that time I also had to complete my chemistry. So there was the first round of entrance during January. So I did that, and then I passed through the first round. And then I had to do the second round, which was the studio test, studio round. So that time we have to go to either one of the institutes, which is NID institutes. We have to go do the second round.
You have two institutes. One is in Andhra Pradesh,
yeah,
and the other is in?
Actually, there's 4 NIDs in India. So one is Ahmedabad, one is Vijayawada, which is Andhra Pradesh, one is in Kurukshetra, and one is in Assam, which the latest one. So there's 4. And for masters, then in the Bangalore one. So I did my second round in Bangalore, in NID Bangalore. And so after my second round, I got an email after that. Like, it was like 2 days before the orientation for the first year. So I got an email that I got into NID in Andhra Pradesh. So I was like still confused, and like whether should I go or not to go, because I don't know anything about it. So at that time also I was doing chemistry, and then I was like, and then my dad was like, just go for it. And I'm like, okay, just go. I didn't know anything. I just went for it, and then so I left for Andhra Pradesh, yes. And then that's how my journey started. I mean,
there's a big shift, right? From architecture to chemistry, and then to design. I mean, after you went there to the institute, how did you cope with that shift?
Since I was little, I was always like interested in like sketching and like drawing and making stuff hands-on. So after joining NID, so the first year was foundation, where we learned about from every field, like communication, textiles, and industrial design. So during that time, that foundation course was to help us for the next 3 years in which department, discipline you want to choose. So I liked hands-on, to work on hands-on more than visual. I like working with materials and stuff. But yeah, so that's why I chose textiles. Yeah, that's the reason. That's how it came into textiles.
So viewers, it's time for us to take a very short break. We'll be back with more, so please stay with us.
Since 2014, our country has been plagued by divisive forces. TMC is in Meghalaya with the mission to empower the people, uphold the ethnic cultures and traditions, celebrate the sacred land. To oust the proxy BJP government from Meghalaya, be the change, support TMC by calling on 96877 96877.
You can draw or paint, you can sing and dance, you can take a picture in Ready Academies. You can shake the rap in Ready Academy. Opportunities are coming in your way, you just need to get them in Ready Academy. Draw or paint, you can sing and dance, you can take a picture in Ready Academy. Join in Ready Academy.
So I've seen like it's quite different, right? As a textile designer, what do you love most about your work?
I love how you could feel the materials, how you connect with them, and the whole process from scratch, and from starting till the end product. So I like the whole process of being connected with all the materials, and with the whole process is I love the whole process, yeah, of going through it.
So have you been struggling with just say creativity, imagination to to put your thoughts into your design?
Yes, sometimes it comes, sometimes it doesn't come. So it also depends on the days. We have a creative block, we have a creative block. Some days it takes weeks. You just sit on a table with a pen and pencil or whatever you're gonna do, and we start ideating. And sometimes it doesn't come for 2 weeks if we sit for long. So, and sometimes in just 1 hour, 5 minutes also, a design can come up. So it depends on the mood, and you need to go out. You take a break also, so it's not easy, but then because the creative block keeps on happening, so you have to go out and go find inspiration and everything like that.
Okay, what about the fabric that you have been working on? What is it called?
The fabric I've been working on is a Scholaramy fabric, which is made from the rami fiber. Okay. Yeah, so this fiber is grown in Garo Hills, so I've been working on it for a few years. I started as a classroom project, but then now slowly I'm taking it forward, slowly exploring it further. Yeah,
because most of the designers, local designers I'm talking about, they would focus more on airy silk, on silk.
Yes.
So I mean that is quite different, the rami fiber, right? What is it like? I mean, it's how different is it from silk?
Silk is it comes from it's not a cellulose fiber. Cellulose is a plant. This is a plant fiber.
It's a plant.
Yeah, there's a difference. Yeah.
Okay, can we dye cotton, silk, linen?
Yeah.
Cloth?
Yes.
We can dye that, right? Recently, you were in an exhibition in New Delhi. Can you tell us something about that?
So this exhibition is called Sutra Santati. It's to celebrate the 75 years of India and to bring together all different kinds of artists, artisans, craft designers, even fashion designers, all art fields relating to textiles with fabrics, to show the different kinds of Indian heritage, from different states.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were the only one who represented the Northeast, or in that particular?
No, I represented Meghalaya. Meghalaya as a state, but there are other people from different states. Yes, from Northeast states also.
Okay. When you were making this fiber, the textile, did you use any kind of machine, or was it hand woven?
It was hand woven, so I wove this on a table loom.
On a table loom,
yes.
Right. Okay, Ilamon, I just wanted to find out from you, apart from the rami fiber that you've been working on, are there any other sort of materials that you've been working on since the start of your course of study?
I've worked with nettle, some of the nettle fibers, and then cotton, and then even rami was one of them, and linen also, yes, and yeah, mostly those, and then anything which is linear in form, so I explore that also.
You explored that,
yeah.
Okay. So what is so special about rami as compared to linen and cotton? Because these are also from plants, right?
Yes, so rami is also similar to linen, but rami is the absorbency is it's good for summers, and it's good for summers, and it has an antibacterial property which doesn't get fungal, yeah. So, and when you dip in water, the fiber also it grows stronger. It becomes stronger in water. So this fiber, in the ancient times, they use it in ships to hold these anchors down, because it's a strong fiber. So they hold it down. They use it as ropes.
Okay.
Yeah. And sometimes also this fiber they used to wrap rami fabric for mummification. They used to wrap the mummies during the ancient times also. Yeah.
So it's more durable.
Yeah, it's more durable and everything. Yeah, it's stronger.
Textile.
Yeah, it is very strong. It is very strong. It has a strong property.
Is it do you find many products of rami in the market nowadays?
No, not that much. No, yeah. So that's why I'm working on it, exploring.
what are the products that you can actually make from Rami, from the textile?
So it can be garments also. It can be what I'm doing, art pieces also. It all depends on your imagination. It can be anything.
Can be upholstery.
Yes,
and all
it can be
these-
anything. Yes, anything. It's all depends on what you want it to be and who's your market also.
Okay.
Yes.
So when you got into the course, how did your passion for designing develop?
It just from each step, because everything was new to me in the design school. So every step was like a learning experience. I take everything in. I learned everything with everything is a new thing for me. So everything I take it in more, like extra 10% more, 20% more extra. So everything was like I started developing an eye for it also, and I started enjoying the process and how it's very collaborative. Like when if you continue to speak to people like who's in the art field, you get so much insights, and you get inspired also by them. And
So it became a passion
it
ultimately.
it became a passion also, and I love it.
You love it.
I love it. I love it.
So any plans in the future of bringing this kind of design into the market here in the state?
Yeah.
I mean the textile
Yes.
here in the state.
Yes.
What are your plans
So my plan is like right now I'm
to develop
to
this?
develop my own for my own stuffs also, like slowly developing it. Yeah, but that'll take a little while. But then it's slowly. The whole process is slow. It's not a super fast process because everything is hand done. So
Takes time.
It takes time.
Okay. Apart from textile designing, what are the hobbies that you have?
I like to bake.
Oh, you love
Yeah, I
baking.
love baking. I like swimming. Yeah, I like traveling. I like any adventure.
Any adventure.
Any adventure.
So
I like challenges also.
Viewers, we have somebody who wants to explore the world through
Yeah.
traveling and adventures, right?
Yeah.
So, well, that's a good thing because, again, like you said, you being involved in this field of, textile designing, so you'll be able to explore the world and
Yes.
get your ideas across to
Yes.
people, and then, kind of
get inspired by them also.
Exactly.
And when you speak to a lot of people from different areas, you get different kinds of perspective also. So it opens your mind up.
Builds you up,
Yeah, it
right?
builds us up also.
Okay. Yeah, so Ilamon, you'd be one of the first few people who would be introducing this Rami textile in the market here in the state. So
Yeah.
do you think you'll be facing any challenge, regarding that? Because it's not so common a textile, right?
Yes, it's kind of new material also. So it's like testing the market also, and people also they wouldn't know what it is. So we have to introduce first, like step by step to them also, like through different processes like marketing and all like that kind of stuff. But then there will be like some challenges because it's a new fabric. Nobody knows what. Mostly people they know cotton, silk, eri in the state. But then Rami is like a totally different material for them. They wouldn't know what it is also.
Yeah.
So unless you explain it to them, like slowly, it is just the first step.
It'll take a while for you, right? Have you worked with any of the common artisans here in the state?
Yes.
Can
I
you
have.
name them?
I have.
Whoever you've met with?
I've met with them also. So during my course in college, I had done a craft documentation. So I chose Meghalaya as to study the craft here because I need to know what's happening in the state first, then going outside. So I need to learn everything which is here.
Right.
So I went to Umden, which is the eri silk village there. So it was in 2019 I went there. So I studied the whole process of eri rearing and the natural dyeing and the weaving also, flow loom, frame loom, all of that. And I went to sericulture also in Laban for the mulberry silk, how they rear. So the whole process I've done. And I went to the process of learning about the dhara and all the textile, the history about it, how in the ancient times, like the olden times, how do they wear it, or how it has developed, Yeah. So I went to visit the Solkuchi areas also where the
Assam.
Assam, yeah, where the weave adharas, yes.
Right.
So
I know Swalkuchi is famous for adharas.
yes, but then we should also start weaving our own in our own state.
That's right.
Yes.
That's what I was going to tell you, because many of us don't know that, you know, what we get here,
Yeah.
the dhara that we wear
It's
is from
also,
Swalkuchi.
yeah. So we
in
should
Assam.
start making like from Meghalaya also, produce our own textiles.
Yeah. Do you think it is feasible from the rami to make, you know,
To make
not
dhara.
like
To make dhara.
Yeah.
It is possible, but then
Or is it too thick?
it won't be thick. It depends on the count also of the yarn, like the thickness of the yarn, all that stuff, technical parts. But then the look and the feel also will be different. So mulberry, if you use mulberry silk, it's a little has that shine on it. If you use eri, it's like a little has that more toned down, and like rami,
Matte
yeah,
kind.
like matte kind of finish. But then rami is like it's like more of a linen kind feeling, so it'll look like more of a, if you want to go for formal wears, then it wouldn't look that,
It wouldn't look that,
grand, yeah.
grand
It's
or
more like
classy, right?
yeah.
It
It's like
won't
more of
flow.
comfort wear, like that kind of, it'll be fine. But then yeah.
Okay. Well, now it's time to take a little short break. We'll be back with more, you know, to talk about with Ilamon as a textile designer. Till then, stay tuned.
Since 2014, our country has been plagued by divisive forces. TMC is in Meghalaya with the mission to empower the people, uphold the ethnic cultures and traditions, celebrate the sacred land. To oust the proxy BJP government from Meghalaya, be the change, support TMC by calling on 96877 96877.
You can draw or paint, you can sing and dance, you can take a picture in Ready Academy's Touch to Take to Snap. You can shake or rap in Ready Academy. Opportunities are coming in your way, you just need to get them in Ready Academy. Draw or paint, you can sing and dance, you can take a picture in Ready Academy. Join in Ready Academy.
Okay, I would like you to, you know, kind of convey a message to our viewers, because there are many young people out there who are still confused, like you were in the, you know, initial years.
Yeah.
So they are still confused about their line of study, their course of study. So because nowadays everybody is like into conventional, you know, fashion designing and all that. When it comes to this line of, you know, art. So what would you encourage the young people who are still on the lookout, or who are still on, you know, the verge of making a decision as to which course they would like to go for in, you know, for higher studies?
So a message is to always follow what your passion is, where your interest lies, because when you have an interest, anything can happen. You can do anything. So yeah. You just need your interest and passion to do whatever you want to do, and yeah, it'll come out good.
It'll work out, right?
Yes, just believe and have confidence in yourself. That's yes.
True. So viewers, especially the young ones, please be inspired by the young textile designer who never knew she'd fall into this kind of, you know, the journey that she has been through. She thought that she'd become an architect, and maybe, you know, she was into science, particularly chemistry, and a little confused in the initial years of study, but then later on she found her passion because she was confident enough that she could do it, and she was confident enough that she'll make it, because as I said, she had her dreams to pursue. So viewers, we'd like you also to be inspired by her story and also follow your dreams. And yes, with confidence, I'm sure all of us can you know, get to the pinnacles of success. So we thank you, Ilamon, for your time, and we got to know so much from you, because you know, this is something new to to me and to most of the viewers, it's something new. So thank you so much for that insight into the textile design industry, and also for encouraging the young people to just pursue their dreams and to, you know, to follow their heart, right, and believe in themselves, right? So viewers, thank you so much for your time. We'll be seeing you once again in another program of Tête-à-tête with Media Plus. Till then, it's bye-bye and take care.
Thank you.